Welcome to Sagas of Sundry, Goblin Mode. I'm Amy Vorpahl. I will be your dungeon master throughout this campaign, and I'd love to introduce you to the folks we have here at the table who will be playing our minions.
Hi, I'm Jason Nguyen. I'll be playing a goblin named Tippy.
Oh, hi, I'm Danielle Radford, and I am going to be playing a skeleton named Busy.
I'm Dan Casey, and I'm also playing a skeleton named Phibbs.
Ooh, all right. Well, without further ado, I think it's time that we part the veil of reality.
Ooh.
We are no longer in a really substantially gorgeous and mossed set. No. Our story takes place in Sundaros, a world where magic and technology collide in unexpected ways, with one twist. The deities that once assisted mortals, the Sundari, are no longer of this world. 500 years ago, they fought a cataclysmic war against an ancient demon that ended in a massive flash of light known as the Searing. Both the Sundari and the demon disappeared, leveling a huge part of Sundaros and leaving the entire world to the whims of petty and power-hungry mortals. One such mortal was an evil necromancer named Unzug. Our story begins in his lair. It has just been raided by a group of what some may call heroes who believe they've eliminated every last creature in Unzug's employ. But 3 unassuming minions, who should have been easy dungeon fodder, have unwittingly survived. And on that optimistic note is where we wickedly welcome you to Sagas of Sundry, Goblin Mode. We journey to one of the dark overlord's lairs that have peppered the desolation, the area just outside of where the searing occurred. And in the desolation, one of the lairs that cropped up is known as Unzug's lair. And y'all, it was adventure day at Unzug's lair. Everyone knew their orders. In fact, as all the minions, constructs, oozes, and monstrosities took their places, they slapped, kissed, nudged, or otherwise prehensilely touched the words written in blue paint above the employee entrance to the tunnels. The words were terror in common. But that was earlier. Hours later, the usual screams of goblins, kobolds, beasts, and the occasional gallantling, as the minions called anyone not of dungeon employment, painted the tunnels of Unzug's lair. And for the first time since Unzug had taken up residency here, things started going south. And even the more difficult parts of the dungeon and the more experienced levels of the dungeon started one by one being defeated by said gallantlings. The spider cave went silent. The blades stopped swinging in the trapped rooms. And even the sloshing of oozes and the wings of bats could no longer be heard. As time went on, finally, the cries of victory rang through the underground, but not from Unzug, and not from any of the voices you all recognized. From your vantage point, which we'll get to what your vantage point is in a bit, this is what you overhear.
Okay, how is everyone feeling? Are we all good, all healed?
Well, we are worse for the wear, but Toganuk, old boy, we succeeded.
Good, because I couldn't cast another spell if my ancestors demanded it.
I bet you could squeeze another one out if you had to. Look, we're all tired, Barutha, but we still need to get out of this place. I think the only way out is the way we came in. Make sure you have the circlet, Kathy. Barutha, come on. You think I'd leave the one thing behind that promises us endless riches?
One of 5 things.
I suppose you're right. Let's get to the Crater of Sorrow and look for the next one. The one from the market at Wretched Cove is obviously a bust. Toganuk, Berutha, I just want to say 2 things. 1, I'm so glad I have friends like you to adventure with. And 2, I love winning, especially against dark overlords.
Yes, for the Yesterdusters!
And they all hoot and holler, the Yesterdusters, the Yesterdusters, as they journey freely out of Unzug's lair. And as they do, there actually does remain some life in this dungeon. Not fully cleared, as the Yesterdusters would have us believe. 3 minions were left listening to the sounds of the joyful decimation of their worksite for the last 5 years, but having stayed silent after falling into a pit of spikes that one of them disabled on the way down, we find these 3 survivors along with an illusion of roaches crawling over the floor and walls. So at the very, very bottom of a 40-foot pit, safely and still alive, or unalive. Let's describe who we see.
So at the bottom of the pit, definitely covered in sweat, so scared, in a corner, is Tippy. Tippy is a short goblin with like round bifocal glasses, and he carries endless packs on his back. So many packs. They're so heavy that they kind of make him lean to the side, so maybe that's why he's called Tippy. He's an artificer, so he's got +3 intelligence and constitution, but he's weak as a trade-off, so that's -1 strength. And he's awkward, so that's -2 charisma. But he's dexterous, so he's good with his hands. He has a +4 to dexterity, which allows him to create lots of cool things and cool contraptions. And yeah, he's just like a cute little guy. But that's who you see in the corner.
Okay, amazing. And so we have this goblin who's just beside himself.
He's beside himself. He doesn't know.
Even though the danger has pretty much gone. Okay.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Okay, who else is in the pit with him?
So along in the pit is a skeleton. This is the Awakened Undead, which is actually a homebrew that we are using off of the Wallrock homebrew Awakened Undead. Busy's ambitious with a +2 to intelligence, dexterity, and constitution, and a +1 strength, but she's really naive about the outside world because she doesn't have any memory of her past life, which means that she has a -1 wisdom and 0 charisma. She has bright purple hair, it's really, really curly, and she is dressed very elegantly in her rags of brown, which were probably at one point white. She is a bard, so she is capable of defending herself, and she carries around a clipboard, which she attained at the College of Clipboard, the School of Middle Management.
The College of Clipboard.
The College of Clipboard, yes. Busy studied at the College of Clipboard and Middle Management. Exactly.
Amazing.
They have a great jousting team.
Oh, just amazing. Yeah, every Sunday maybe.
So also in this pit, you see a lanky humanoid skeleton. So his name is Phibbs, and he's currently dressed as a soldier who has apparently lost many wars. Actually, though, he's a wizard by trade, and he has a +3 intelligence, a +2 constitution, and +1 wisdom and dexterity. And his calcium-deficient body gives him an Olympic -1 strength, but he relies on his spellcraft to save him and his friends from dying all over again. He also has a dented iron helm and a little buckler with a couple arrows sticking out of it, but this isn't how he normally dresses during his off hours, but it's work, and right now work's not going so well.
Yeah, it isn't. As you know, Unzug's Lair has been around for hundreds of years, way more before your undeath began, and way longer before your true life actually began.
Right.
You all have been working here for the better part of 5 years, and this is the first time. This shouldn't have happened. It's almost bizarre that the fall of Unzug's Lair is today. At the top of the pit, just above you, there's almost a sound like whoo, as wind blows over the surface of it, like if a person's blowing over an empty bottle. Whoo. Other than that, you can't hear anything.
I never realized it would be so beautiful, the music of the dungeon. I'm never down here, so it's... Have you guys ever heard this song before?
Oh, that's nice. That's actually...
Oh, that's a fantastic harmony.
You guys, that's not a song. It's danger. Can you hear it? We gotta get out of here.
Well, I agree. We should not be at the bottom of this pit, especially when gallantlings are gallivanting about the dungeon, but...
I swear I set this trap, and I don't understand how we got here, but Fibs, let me climb on your shoulders.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know, go ahead and give me. I just know that you know this.
I know this.
You
okay.
know this, Tippy. That on the way down, you were all doing your various chores around the dungeon. You know, things like walking back and forth, rattling, screaming, causing just general terror.
Classic.
Keeping track of where they were in the dungeon, alerting others, walking by, creaking. Look, you know the drill. You were all doing that. And then things got a little real, and as you were walking away, all three of you, friends for the most part, fell into this pit, and on the way down, Tippy, you knew that this was a spiked pit, but being an artificer and like knowing the intricate machinations of the dungeon, you were able to flip a switch on the way down, knowing that there were switches to flip.
Okay.
Kind
so
of
this
all
is
around.
one of my traps, maybe.
It was one of the ones that maybe,
Yeah,
you did
I
some
worked
maintenance on.
Right,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, so at the bottom of the pit are illusions of cockroaches, which you all know to be illusions, and even though you are very aware that they're illusions, they're still there. Do with that what you will. But you also know that, there are little trinkets and ways to mess with the mechanics of this pit.
And does the pit, is it a straight drop down? Is there no way, what do the walls of the pit look like? I
Yeah,
guess?
the walls of the pit are peppered with stones, but for the most part it's mud. This was a dug pit. You also know that just below this pit is the spider cave.
Got it, okay.
So it's not an unending pit. You're on the floor of it, but you could potentially dig through and fall through the ceiling of the spider cave. Other than that, the switches themselves are almost like the length of a tip of a finger. Like you could maybe climb up that, but it would be very difficult.
It'd be very difficult. And Tippy is 4 feet tall, so.
Busy is probably about just average, about 5'6",
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
So Tippy, knowing this, starts picking up the soil, even though there's illusionary cockroaches, making sure to avoid them because he doesn't like touching
You
even.
can't. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
It's
Oh my God.
We're talking like the mummy.
So all right, so Tippy, even though he knows it's fake, is very trepidatiously going to the soil and feeling around in it. And Tippy looks up and goes, "Okay, this is one of mine. Don't know why I didn't get an alert when it went off and we fell in, but I feel like under us there's going to be another. We usually layer these things, right? It goes spikes, spiders, lava, all sorts of stuff. We could dig through the ground and get out, or we could go up, but I don't think we're going to make it up there."
How high up is it again?
40 feet.
4 feet. Well, I don't know. I got some of these bones I'm not using right now. Could we make a bone ladder?
Yeah, you could reassemble yourself.
And as you're digging, you do notice that the spikes that you disabled are still in the ground.
Right, okay. Well, we got two options. I feel like we could dig through the ground, but there are spikes and they could kill us, or we make a bone ladder, which I don't understand quite the science of,
Well,
but
look, you're the artificer, so clearly we defer to your
I can-
engineering expertise.
and it won't, let's say, I don't know, end your life, maybe?
Well, you can't end that which has already been ended.
True.
You just
True.
restart.
You just don't break my head, but we could put it together and make a ladder. How big are them spikes? What are we talking about for the spike size?
How big are the spikes?
About 2.5, 3 feet.
2.5, 3 feet.
When they shoot out of the ground, do they provide a momentum type boost? Could they launch us up, or would they just
they're
instantly
violent.
murder us?
Yeah, violent murder spikes. They're designed to instantly kill whoever falls on impact.
Is there a place that we could maybe stand where if we put the spikes on, then they'll just be there and we can kind of hop around them, maybe use them for some extra leverage?
I think so. Is there a space between the spikes, or are they tightly packed spikes?
They would be fine, the skeletons. You might not be.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're looking at a 5-foot square, but yeah, I think spikes could go through certain air holes of skeletons that they can't go through
What if
with you.
I was on the shoulders of one of the skeletons and the spikes hit them
Ooh,
first?
what if?
Okay.
Should we see?
Hear me out. Here's my plan. I'm made of goblin flesh that's prone to bleeding, dying, all sorts of stuff that
So
you guys.
cool.
Yeah, you don't have to
So
worry
cool.
about.
So much fluid.
Let's just say I don't know, climb on top of your shoulders, hit the switch, spikes go up. You maybe take the spike straight to the bones, and then I'll reassemble you after, and then we'll dig through the ground.
Oh, there's a switch.
There's a switch, yeah, there's a switch.
I could launch my head as well if that's easier.
Well, I'm talking about when we hit the switch, the spikes are gonna go up, and me being made of goblin soft flesh, it'll maybe kill me.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, we're gonna need all three of us to get out of here. So yeah, no, I am on team. Let's do it, at least that way we don't have to worry about the spikes.
Right.
I would like it so that I wanna be prepared for spikes. I don't wanna be surprised by spikes.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna get on you.
And the goal is to
the goal is to climb on Phibbs's, maybe using both Phibbs and Busy, make a sort of bone body shield for myself for when the spikes go up. Hopefully it doesn't hit me being the soft, squishy goblin, and it hits my bone friends, and maybe I can reassemble them if they get hurt.
Sorry, are you trying to launch out? Like, or no?
I'm trying to just turn them on so we can see
them
where
on.
we can
Great.
dig through the ground so we don't accidentally dig into a spike and die.
Yeah, so let's roll. So how many, are you both of y'all supporting this goblin?
of course, yeah.
Yeah. We're
Okay,
supportive.
cool. Then I'll
All
just,
of my 8 strength, yes.
8 strength, oh no.
okay, both of you.
Same.
Both of you give me an athletics roll.
Oh, the thing I'm known for.
And you're small, you're little, and
Yes.
they're hefty skeletons, so I'll say this is DC 12.
Okay, you guys got this.
Shockingly, I do got this. That's a 19.
Wow.
Oh, good, because I only rolled a 5.
Only rolled a 5. Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, Tippy, you're gonna tip once more.
Okay.
So both of you are holding him up, but you do need to give me an acrobatics
Okay,
roll just to stay.
I will give you an acrobatics roll. Give me 1 second. That's gonna be a dirty 20. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Slightly
both
low
of you are
goblin.
doing like some cheerleader stunt work, and yeah, he's doing acro yoga on the top of you. That being said, yeah, he's still just too heavy. You might have gotten the side of his body that has the
packs,
the hefty
yeah.
packs, and so you just couldn't hold up all this excess metallic weight that he's just burdened with. You kind of drop him. However, you're able to just secure him with one firm handhold, and with your acrobatics, you're precariously balanced on atop of Phibbs's hands, but you are, I mean, and you do look fairly elegant.
Great. So I'm just like, I've hit a 10 on the gymnastics.
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit wobbly just because you do
Okay.
have that pack and you have less support, but yeah, you're not gonna get stabbed by.
And the switch,
Spikes.
where is the switch? Like, do we have to hit the switch?
Yeah,
from-
it's on a side of the wall, and I would say, yeah, at
It's
this
reachable.
point, yeah, it's reachable.
All right, guys, let's see if this works.
about
And
it.
then I slap the switch.
Yeah, kashink! And as you thought, all the spikes stand up. You were able to like look below and see where they were coming out, and yeah, being skeletons, you were able to avoid where the spikes stabbed. And now you've got a goblin and his pack atop your hands.
Wow. I never thought I'd be able to lift this much weight, and I still don't think that I can for much longer.
So do we see spaces in between the spikes that we can get down, or do I need to stay up on Phibbs?
Yeah, I would say they're spaced like 2 feet apart. Like you could maneuver your way into that. It would take some doing, but yeah.
So I'm gonna shift more of my weight onto Phibbs, and so that Busy is free, and I'm gonna say to Busy, okay, do you see any like just the solid dirt?
Busy starts like reaching through, like brushing the dirt. Busy actually takes off one of her arms and starts using it to sweep.
Great.
To like kind of sweep some of the dirt around just to make it a little easier.
Keep digging.
Just like
Okay, so you're making it nice and neat as well.
well, just it's easier I think
This is
than like
Zen
going
garden.
through it going like that. It's like,
So soothing.
Wow, Busy, that's very nice.
it just around all of the stones, like
Okay.
Yeah, calm down after that big battle. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're able to dig and you're still standing on top of Phibbs. Yeah, you make some headway between the spikes. You're going down. At some point, you realize that these spikes are able to be dislodged. Like you're about 2 feet under, and so you see that like there's like a mechanism that you could unscrew and get the spikes kind of out.
Okay, so I can actually take the spikes off. So I'm gonna take this one off. I'm just gonna go in and just like really quick,
Perfect.
so yeah, I go in, kind of
Be
digging around.
careful.
I'm always careful. This is your trap. This is not my trap. And I'm making sure that everyone up there knows that. And
Okay, relax on that. Okay, that hurts my feelings.
Busy goes down, kind of.
Okay,
like,
give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. That is a dirty 20, baby.
It's dirty 20. Yeah, you're
we
able
go.
to use the tools that you have on hand. I guess you just have, some version of mechanics tools, a hammer and a screw. You definitely do.
For sure. I
but-
don't know why I didn't offer it.
But yeah, you're able to.
I just wanted to see
Watching her
if you guys
dig
can
with her
figure it
arm.
out.
Yeah, and then at some point you just use your bony fingers and you're able to like unscrew a few, let's say about 3 of these spikes as you're digging that you just have now. They're about 2.5 feet. Steel friggin' spikes. You just have them now. And as you're getting lower and lower, are you still balanced?
Yes.
Y'all are still doing a pose?
Speaking of sleight of hand, my wrists. I
This is
don't know
good for
how
you.
much longer.
This is good for you.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is going very well. You're able to get through.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to keep those spikes, but you do have 3 almost lance heads.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the
wow.
spikes. Everybody want a spike? There's enough spikes for all of us to have a spike.
Oh yeah, I'll take a spike.
I've always wanted one.
All right. So now we all have
Great. Yeah, they're non-magical.
One spike.
Yeah, you
non-magical.
one Unzug's Lair spike. Patented. It's got a
One
stamp
with every
on the
visit.
bottom.
It's a
That's right.
novelty spike and it turns into a drinking horn.
And as you make it through, the goal was to get to the bottom, right? Or are you going to stop at any point, or just go until?
Keep going until you see. Do you see
Great.
a way through?
Okay, everyone roll. We're going to do some bludgeoning damage.
Oh, God.
You just fall through. Yeah. I'm going to say that this is, let's see, the lair, I mean, it's about 30 feet. I don't, unless there's something you can do, let's see, there's a, how are you digging through?
Oh, digging through to
The
there?
spider's cave, yeah.
The spider's cave. It's like a huge pit. It's kind of like more of a focus, concentrate, because you gotta like
Great.
toss the dirt.
So you're
out
built
as
like
well.
like a McDonald's tubes tunnel.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yeah, like a little cat.
Okay, a little slide, an enclosed
So we're
slide.
falling out of like the play place into a spider hell.
Yes.
Wait.
That's it. Okay, but so it's one at a time, up.
Yeah. It's just kind of dig, go through. lift
Okay,
it out.
I'll give you.
It's gonna get to that.
She makes it through. She sees the surface. The ever bright blue gems light up from below, and you see that there is, in fact, a spider's cave below you, and the floor below is about 30 feet.
Okay, we got spiders. We reached the spider pit.
Everyone, roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh God. Okay, that's a 14 for me.
15.
0.
What?
0.
Rolled a
I
1.
close my eyes.
She's blind.
I do not look.
I fall on a spike.
I choose not to perceive.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, and my perception's minus
Minus
1.
one.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Well, everyone else,
It doesn't look like anything to me.
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I see something.
Bibbs and Tippy,
Yes.
you immediately recognize that nothing's going on in the spider pit.
Oh, okay.
So like the bright jet, like the bright light you were talking about is like hitting me in the eyes, so I can't
Yeah.
see really in there.
Well, I love that excuse as opposed to you, willingly just like took a nap.
I do not see. I do not understand.
Yes,
Boring.
yes. I got through. Everyone carry me on a palanquin now. You know that, especially you, Phibbs, who has visited Bloodweaver many times, know that this place should be scurrying with little pitter-patter of face spider feet, even their eyes, many eyes blinking all at once, the way spiders just move and breathe, creaking of their webs. And it's like, I mean, it's nothing. Like, there's nothing happening here. It's sad, actually. Like, there should be life here, and there just isn't.
Ah, geez, I wonder if they're on like a field trip or something. Usually there's like thousands of little baby spiders in here. I don't know, I can't really count them, but I usually go by the eyeball, but there's nothing.
Busy is like checking her clipboard. Like, I didn't see that there were any outside excursions planned. I'm not seeing any missions or.
Would I know, as like somebody who does trap maintenance, that this is like somebody would have had to tamper with this trap to not make sure that the spiders weren't in there? Or like, would I have
I'm
known
just
that?
going to tell you. What
Yeah.
happened was 3 adventurers came through and desolated
For sure.
the place.
Would Tippy know that? Like,
Would Tippy know that?
This has telltale signs of wanton murder.
It's like glorious purpose. I feel like a lot of glorious purpose
So-
happened here.
I guess, look, Tibby, you sound like a logical dude.
Yeah.
And so you're not just going to take things at face value. Obviously, the adventurers left whooping and hollering. They were so happy. But if you had to guess, the spiders, 1, could be very dead. 2, could have escaped almost the way you guys, went out of Dodge from the adventurers. 3, maybe laying in wait.
Or 4, they've been kidnapped.
Oh no.
Or fill in the blank, multiple choice. Yeah, you might not take at face value that these adventurers just wiped them out with one fell swoop.
Okay, so Tippy processes all this and he looks down and he looks up at Phibbs and he goes, there's just supposed to be spiders down there.
I know.
And because there's not, they could still be down there.
Invisible?
Right.
Oh my god, that would be genius.
Right. So I suggest we go down carefully, cautiously.
We don't want to step on any spiders if we can't see them.
Right. So I suggest maybe you go down first.
Okay. That's fine by me.
Okay, so the tunnel that you've dug is about maybe 5 feet that you're able to get down, and so only one of you can fit at a time, and you will be falling about 30 feet.
I have a rope. Does that help? Does the rope help? Rope helps, right?
Oh yeah.
I go, would you like a rope?
Sure. What do I do with it?
Take off the rope and I'll tie it around a spike and then just rappel yourself down, and then, Busy, you could go after him, and I'll wait up here till it's safe.
All right. I will do everything that you just outlined in the exact order you just outlined it.
Yeah, so you take your rope and expertly tie it around a spike. You know all the knots. You know how to deal with mechanics of the spikes. And
What do you call this knot?
Oh yeah, this is a gobby knop.
Oh, gobby knot?
Gobby knot?
We call it a gobby knop. It's a gobby. Don't worry about it. Let me worry about the knops.
I won't worry about it anymore.
Am I allowed to say gobby?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I just want to make sure that that's not goblin slang, because I do not want to be using slang that does not belong to me.
What about you guys? What's like a knot? Bones?
Whoa.
Okay. I don't know.
It sounds good to me.
I want to use the right word.
you were preemptively getting ready to be offended.
We're like trying to figure out.
Okay, well.
So you know your knots and your knops.
Yeah, my knobs and my knots and my knops.
And you tie one, and it's the gobby knot that's highly secure, and also has some footholds for Phibbs as he goes down. I think it's about a 25-foot rope.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're able to get down. Maybe you'll jump maybe 4 feet, 5 feet,
Okay.
but you actually
My biggest jump yet.
won't take bludgeoning damage. But as you clear kind of the tunnel that Busy made, you specifically are horrified. You are able to see what's going on here, and this spider cave is, it is rent asunder. If there were spiders that survived, they're no longer here. However, there are plenty of phase spiders, including your friend, that are belly up, legs up, spires to the ceiling. Their eyes, all eight or thousands of them, have gone glassy. And meanwhile, the blue everlight of the gems are giving light to kind of your deepest, darkest horrors.
Phibbs starts sort of like tiptoeing around at first, just in case there are any like still invisible spiders, while this is sort of really dawning on him.
Yeah.
And he sees the corpse of a very familiar spider, and kind of his jaw just like drops down in just kind of shock. No. Not BW.
Yes.
Oh no.
Your friend BW, who you recognize by her red stripes, like paint lines across her carapace, and like the blue joints that she has. And yeah, she is dead, and her blank eyes stare at you.
Oh my God. Sweetie, I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve this.
Roll a perception check.
It's 13.
Are you touching her at all?
I'm going to kneel down and gently place a bony hand on her.
As you're kneeling down and like in your grief, just taking it all in, there is something of note You notice on the other side of her, there's just something trailing. It's not, and that isn't string or web.
Is it something solid? Is it
Yeah, it's something solid. Yeah, it just catches your eye.
Can I follow the trail?
Yeah. So you do make your way to the backside of her, and you notice that there are signs that she was pregnant and that there were many babies that are no longer there.
So does it look like they escaped or
It
they
does.
were? Oh my God.
And as you're back there and you see this very vulnerable, intimate part of your best friend, you see some movement, little tiny movement within there.
Hello? It's okay. It's just, it's your Uncle Fibs. It's okay.
Who are you talking to?
Oh yeah.
No one. You can come down. It's.
Okay, but is it safe, Busy?
Busy is like still, Busy's like just kind of hops down. It looks, oh God.
I don't like that.
Ooh.
Why did you say, oh God?
Ooh. Yeah, you're just gonna want to get down here. There's a lot of, all the spiders did not win this. Ooh, this is bad.
There's about
They're not invisible.
They're dead?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Super dead.
Oh, awesome. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna climb down. Like super stoked that they're dead.
Never liked these guys.
So yeah, you all see about 3 big, giant face spiders, huge ones, and then you see, and they're dead. Don't worry. and then there are about 9 like medium-sized dead ones. You also see one of your friends like crying skeleton tears next to one of the big ones.
Fibs, what's going on over there?
They killed her.
Were you guys close? Friends? Lovers?
Was that
That's my friend.
Friend, okay.
Okay.
This is my best friend. We would talk for hours. She's the only person who took me seriously. I can't believe Unzug would let this happen. I knew it was possible, but I didn't think it would happen.
Busy like looks at the, is there something moving?
No, don't say that. I hate that. What's moving?
Yeah, you're able to see it too.
Busy, what are you doing?
Oh, you speak spider.
Actually, you
Please
know
tell me you
what?
speak spider.
I do have comprehend languages that I could cast.
You could. I will say there's some lenience with what I'm allowing you to have with certain monsters. Obviously, Dan, Fibs has been able to speak with spiders, but so you could safely assume that because you've been able to like communicate with Bloodweaver, that if there's a Bloodweaver spawn up in there, then you'd be able to communicate with that spider as well.
I wasn't sure if I had just been talking, assuming that I was being understood.
Right.
Yes, I would say what you do know is the monsters that Unzug has gathered, many of them do not have language. They do not have it.
Yeah.
However, because we are in this world where you're all minions, there is a level of communication that's able to happen. Now, is it common? I would beg to differ. It's not common, but you do have your way of. I mean, it's been 5 years. You've developed a language.
Yes.
For spiders.
I speak basics, a conversational spider. Right.
Yes, and as well as like different monsters around. So I would say that for this game, I'll give you like. Ask me if you can communicate with it. It's going to be touch and go, and I'll make the decision. However, Busy, I would say that you don't have that kind of relationship with the spider. Right. So if you wanted to comprehend languages, it would cost you a spell slot.
Yeah, we're still.
Yeah, and you guys fell into the pit pretty early. Yeah. You obviously didn't take any bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
You also didn't spend any spell slots. You just, as soon as the adventurers came in, you disappeared into the pit.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and use that spell slot.
Okay.
Hey, kid.
Yes.
You wanna come towards me? We might have some food or something out here.
All of my brothers and sisters are dead. My mom is dead.
Yeah, that's real rough. It's not gonna get any better if you stay in there, though.
You know, I was doing the same math.
So yeah, if you want to just come on out.
Wait. I thought I heard Uncle Phibbs's voice.
You did.
Hey, kiddo.
Uncle Phibbs?
That's me. It's Unky Phibbs. Just like we definitely always called me. Now, forgive me. I have so many nieces and nephews. What is your name, Bloodweaver Jr.?
My name is Lufin Skyalore. But when I was still in the womb, they called me Loof.
Loof. It's a good name.
How are you still alive?
That's an excellent question. I think there was some sort of, I wouldn't call it an engineering flaw, but perhaps a feature that somehow wound up saving us from imminent disaster. Usually, these heroes don't get that far, these gallantlings, but something went wrong. Something is amiss.
Well, I don't know about much of that, but I was supposed to rain terror upon the world?
We can still do that, sweetie. We can rain terror.
Yeah, you're gonna rain so much terror. Look at you. Just a little coochie.
Yeah, and you see
So terrible. So terrible.
How big is?
I mean, this is a baby. Like she's very small, like this big at the
Okay.
moment. Now you know that phase spiders get to like 10 feet.
That's why I was asking. She's very small. She's the size of a small
car.
truck.
Yeah.
What is Tippy hearing and seeing? He does not speak spider.
No,
right?
you see.
So he's like,
Well, you see that Busy's maternal nature has taken over as she is calling something very tiny, very cute, so cute, so cute. And you see that Phibbs's nature has taken over and he's grieving and also trying to coax a little being out of a spider sack.
Whoa!
Yeah, I mean, it's about the size of, the palm of a hand. Maybe smaller than that. Crawl out.
okay.
Is it terrifying? I can't.
Yeah, Tippy is so like lost at like what he's seeing. He's seeing his two bone friends talk to a baby spider that just came out of a spider uterus, and they're speaking in spider, and Tippy is like feels insane. So Tippy's gonna go and be like, okay, I don't know what's happening, but you guys are talking to a baby spider. Swear in your lives you're not like bewitched right now.
Bewitched? No, I'm bewizzed, but I'm not a witch.
Yeah, I speak a bunch of different languages. Remember, they had that optional course where you could take
yeah.
and you could like learn to like be able to comprehend.
I was taking boomerang class.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
We didn't.
How'd that go?
Bad. It never came back.
Oh, that's a bummer.
that's
I
the
think
opposite.
they were just sticks and they were saying it was boomerangs. Anyways, what does the little baby spider want?
Oh, this is my niece. Her name is Loof. She's coming with us.
Okay.
I'm
Why?
coming with you?
Yeah, why not? Wait, unless you don't want to. You can stay here if you want to, but it seems dangerous.
And also kind of sad.
It is, and as you see her like full body, you can see like her front two spider legs are actually, they were trampled on when her brothers and sisters were like rushing out to get out into the world. So
My siblings, they did escape, but I was left a little hurt. I would love to come with you, as long as, and I think Mom was very clear about it, that you also want to rain terror upon the land.
Oh, love terror. It's my favorite type of rain.
I'm a big fan of terror. Can you tell them?
Yeah, huge terror
Yeah.
fans. We are the Terror Squad. We love that.
This is Tippy. He also enjoys terror.
I love terror, yeah.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes, if we're all on the side of terror.
What's wrong with its little legs?
Can
it keep up? Tell them.
Well, yeah, just so Tippy pulls up his tabard and opens up his rib cage.
Fibs.
Sorry, Tib.
Yeah, I was like,
sorry.
do I?
Yeah, I'm going to rib cage.
Just shoots at him.
Fibs pulls back his tabard and opens up his rib cage. He's like, hop in.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so
And there's and you can see his little spell book is in there too, so she can kind of just nestle on top of that. if she
okay,
wants.
and is this? I mean, can you still see her within your rib cage?
If I'm not wearing a tabard, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
great. Okay, cool.
She can crawl around. It's just kind of like
Okay.
It's kind of like a play place for spiders.
Okay.
Oh, little
Amazing.
like jungle
So-
gym.
Yeah.
Like all
Okay,
those
so
little-
you put her in there and you hear
You can hop in
squeals-
my eye socket if that's what you prefer.
Yeah, squeals of delight, and she does come out your eye socket, kind of looks around,
Oh, that's
crawls back in.
great. That's so
crawls-
terrifying. I love that.
Yeah, out of your mouth, in your mouth, out of your jaw,
Whoa.
ear hole, dancing all around your head.
It's weird. I can feel it, but I can't.
Yeah, she does sprints up and down your entire body.
Hey, keep it down in there.
It's like ASMR.
And for the most part, yeah, she seemed very sprightly, new, freshborn energy, and she says,
Well, I hope I don't get too big so that I can continue riding inside you.
Well, that's a bridge we'll cross if and when we come to it and my bones explode like some sort of cartoon closet where too many bones are packed in.
Will you tell me about my mom?
I would love to tell you all about Bloodweaver. She was a great friend of mine, an amazing woman, and she would have been the best mother.
Okay, as touching as this family reunion is, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Hey, that's a great point, Dan.
Okay, so,
Dan, I'm gonna say you can take Loof as a magic item, and what she'll do is, as long as she is playing along, visible, alive, all of that, you get a +1 to charisma abilities.
Hey.
Sorry,
She
not
whispers what to say. I'm being rat-tattooed by a spider.
yeah, but sorry, not deception. So persuasion and intimidation, and then general charisma.
Cool.
And then she also will give you a +1 DC to spells that require charisma saves
Okay,
for the other person.
Solid.
that's amazing.
And you can, for free, communicate with her.
Great.
Yeah, we'll say in
you,
common.
thank you.
But okay, where to next? So as if you're looking to
Yeah.
leave, this
Looking around,
looking
seeing
around. Yeah. So this is. You know your way around the dungeon. I would say Phibbs knows this part of the dungeon a little bit better. This is probably like kind of on the 8th floor of the dungeon. And so you guys were on the 7th floor. When you heard the adventurers leaving, they were closer to the top, but the echoes throughout were really, really noticeable. This kind of cavern takes up a lot of the 8th floor of the dungeon. And so I would say it's about 50 feet in diameter. There are more levels down, about 3 more levels down, so it's an 11-floor dungeon, and then about seven floors up. To get out, I mean, there are kind of 2 ways. This floor kind of goes in a circle, and then there's not a way down from this area, though. Is there a particular area that either of you are looking to explore?
I think at this point, Busy just wants to, we've been decimated. Busy kind of just wants to get out of the dungeon, I think.
Okay.
Tippy, being somebody who does the trap maintenance, goes, there's got to be a way they let the spiders in here, and I'm looking for some spider handler, like door latch, some switch, any sort of thing.
Yeah, where they come in with the
Yeah.
bucket of fish.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody had to have fed them stuff, right?
Okay, so what are you looking for?
I'm looking for any sort of door
Like a
latch,
maintenance door?
maintenance door, any sort of way
Okay, yeah, Phibbs would know. Phibbs would know where that is because he comes in and visits all the time. So
Oh yeah, just use the visitor's entrance.
There's a visitor's address.
Yeah, it's right over here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go the back way, not the way
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Gallantlings moves
Yes.
through the dungeon.
We want to
Okay.
go the back way.
Awesome. Another thing you know about Unzug's Lair is the reason that adventurers come through is it has a renowned, ancient, powerful circlet, like a crown tiara thing that is coveted. And Unzug himself, who I would say you've only seen really in passing. You're not the kind of minions that he recruited, talked to, wanted.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, you are video game code. So you were just wrangled in, kind of dumped in, given a job, and then the main job was to evoke a lot of terror for the adventurers who did come in. But in passing, you have seen him, and he is stately, berobed. He's an elf, still has all his hair. A fetching man, as it turns out. I would say you've never deigned to talk to him, and he doesn't even make an appearance often. So his lair is even deeper. So his lair would be on the 11th floor. Getting out of the dungeon would mean you would need to go up.
So knowing our only way out is there's no way we're going to go all the way up to the top floor because we're so deep now. So the only way is down or whatever side access thing
yeah,
is.
to get out of the dungeon, there actually is only one way in and one way out. I mean, I guess, so the only real way out to like the surface would be, I would say, like the 4th floor. Like the mountain itself has some floors as well.
And would I know about any sort of like mechanism that allowed people to travel, or whoever, Unzug himself or whoever, to travel between these dungeon layers?
You looking for an elevator?
Yeah, I'm just looking for that elevator, transportation crystal.
No, this dungeon is not, it's not for the faint of heart. So this is a very, I mean, for those adventurers to leave kind of unfazed and be that happy about it, they must be either extraordinarily high level or some deity must have given them some favor.
It's great cardio.
Yeah, they really did it. And to kill all the spiders, like, no, nothing in this dungeon, nothing in Unzug's lair is easy.
Got it.
No elevator for you. You might just have to walk.
I break this news to the team. Look, guys, there's no better way to say it. We're in some deep stuff. Meaning we are literally deep in the in the dungeon.
Yeah. Spiders are pretty low.
Yeah, pretty low. I mean, nobody should have really made it this far. Like, honestly, Spike should have taken them out, but as we know, something's wrong with that. And all the spiders are dead. So I feel like the only way, and I hate saying this, is down.
All right. I mean, I don't think I've ventured much deeper into this place, so I'm excited to explore new horizons. Should we go see the boss? See if he's okay?
You think he's there?
Well, it's his lair.
Like, but he's actually there?
Why wouldn't Unzug be in Unzug's lair?
I didn't really actually think about that. Unzug could be in his lair.
Otherwise, this place would be unzugged.
But like he's not gonna he's gonna be mad at us.
He's not going to be mad at us. We didn't do it. He's got all of his people all of his little sycophants always surrounding him. Maybe when he sees that we're alive and he can see what real talent we can bring to a place like this, he'll actually be grateful that he's got a team of us who are able to go through all of this danger, save a baby spider, and then maybe he's in trouble, and then we can save him, and then maybe I'll get promoted, and he'll let me sit at his right hand, and then we'll crush our enemies below our boots, and I will get some paid time off.
Oh, PTO.
Okay. Wow. Somebody's got to work on their work-life separation, but sure. Yeah. Why don't we go see Unzug? He might be mad about the traps not working, but yeah, let's
That seems
just
like
try.
a manufacturer's error. Like maybe they sent you faulty spikes.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we'll just tell him that you disabled it when we started falling.
No, we're not going to tell him I disabled
We'll
anything.
tell him that we were falling, and then you were like, "Oh no!" And then you fixed it so that we wouldn't fall, so that we could go save him. And then you look real smart.
Okay.
I mean, you got the spikes working again. They're deployed.
And we have spikes with us. It'll be fine. We should go see the boss. Busy, like if Busy had a vest, she'd be like smoothing it over, like kind of like working her clipboard. Like, okay.
Getting the curls all set.
Yeah, like just kind of like preparing herself for like, ooh, maybe I can get a performance review.
Yeah.
Ready to like go meet the boss.
Yeah, you know that his inner sanctum is deeper into the dungeon. You're not met with any resistance on your way. There are dead bodies. There's actually a hallway that you're familiar with, Tippy, that is internally known as U15. It's just an area in the dungeon. And this is where your buddy Maxwell normally haunted.
Oh, guys. Yes? We're in U15. Do you understand what that is?
No.
It's where Maxwell lives.
Who is Maxwell?
Okay, Maxwell is my best friend. He's so cool. He's an ooze. He's got a top hat. He's got a monocle. It's a bit dated, but you know, we don't talk about that often. He would know a way out because random things follow him in all the time. Keys, magic wands, like all sorts of stuff. Why don't we just go see what Maxwell is doing and ask him for help?
That sounds perfect.
And maybe he'll know if there's anybody else that survived because he's going around being all oozy all over the place. We can start getting the gang back together.
He is a bit, you know, he's old school. Let's just say that. Yeah. I'm sorry ahead of time if he says anything bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. He's from a different time.
how long of a different time?
Let's just go see him.
Okay. No further questions on my end.
Okay, so this potentially affects
Really throw it. I was the other side of that bus, Amy.
The secret of the ooze is
He's an ooze.
I love how much power players have over this.
Here's Maxwell has been canceled.
Yes. Episode 1, the cancellation of gelatin. So yes, you do make your way to that area. This will be maybe a floor deeper than the spider's lair, and this is just a tunnel passage that you know that Maxwell, the gelatinous cube, haunts. As you go, this is not surprising to you, maybe a little more surprising to the both of you, that it is just rancid. It smells awful. It's exceptionally disgusting.
Love that.
Rats would make their home here, feces all over the place. And there are plenty of traps here too that have all been sprung one way or the other. Some spatters of blood that prove that maybe the traps were sprung and did their job. Some look disabled by probably the gallantlings. And then as you go, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping a keen eye on the traps that got sprung and like what could have, if there's any, tracks or signs of what could have sprung these traps, if it's the gallantlings. But really, I'm looking around for Maxwell.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Okay, let's see what we got. That's gonna be a very high. It's gonna be like a 22.
So it seems as though, the Gauntlings were down here for sure. And you know they were down here because this is where the circlet was as well that they actually did talk about having already. You can tell that there's some humanoid blood, red blood on the wall. A few of the traps are disabled, and you're covering hundreds of feet of hallway right now. Mm-hmm. So this is many areas of traps, and so you know that your friend Maxwell normally sits in a divot in the ceiling.
Yeah.
To just slop down and be ready. As you're examining everything has this sheen of translucent slime over it. And as you even get closer and even deeper into the dungeon, you notice that there are these spiky lumps with edges that look like, a child's fist grabbed Jell-O and yanked it out and dropped it on the floor. And it is extraordinarily reminiscent of Maxwell. And what you perceive having happened is that they were able to hold Maxwell and push him down to make him trigger all the traps.
Oh my God.
God, brutal.
Killing him along the way in pieces.
Jesus Christ.
Tippy, in pure shock, immediately disassociates and is like, guys, Maxwell is, he is doing his thing where he's in a bunch of different pieces. And I'm just gonna put them back together. And I start shoving pieces of Maxwell, putting them back together and hoping they stick, but they don't stick. And he's like, can you guys help? Like, if we gather enough of him, maybe he'll reform as an ooze, right?
I know that our bones go back together, but
yeah, well, I can fix anything. So I'm just gonna.
So Busy goes up and grabs one of the hunks and just starts poking at it. Maxwell, can you just slurch back together now if you don't?
It wobbles, but only the way that physics would let a little wobbly chunk wobble.
Busy pulls and it just glops out of her hand, kind of sticks to the last little bit of it as Maxwell is running down her bones, and she takes her hand and puts her arm around Tippy, the goop inadvertently hitting him, or the goop of his best friend hitting him right on the chest and splattering.
Hey, buddy. Hey, hi.
I think that Maxwell has maybe moved on to a better place, a place where it's nothing but gallantlings being tortured forever and ever, and there's screams, and it's dark and scary and terrible. like heaven. So I think that that's probably where your friend is now.
Maybe it was a different gelatinous cube that was tortured and systematically murdered by setting off each individual trap.
He was the only one here, right?
And,
okay.
and as he says that, you pick up a little mustache and a monocle
Oh, God.
and a bowler hat, which you have picked up as you've been walking. They've been spread out.
Don't worry, Maxwell. We'll get him. I'm gonna kill whoever did this to you. Because you were more than a mustache, man. You were a whole ooze. They're sick for doing this. And we're gonna stab them. We're gonna hit them with rocks. We're gonna boomerang them.
Well-
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit him with my bones.
You're gonna hit him with your
all
bones?
my bones.
Whatever is most pleasing to my spider companion, but probably attack them.
We're gonna kill them so hard, Maxwell.
I'm going to drain them of their life force.
I don't know what that spider said, but I'm about it.
You would have liked it.
Let's keep moving.
How
So-
big is the top hat?
Important
question.
Okay. So the gelatinous cube is like 10.
Oh,
10 feet.
never mind.
So I'd say, but it was, if he's a gentleman, let's
he's a
give
gentleman.
Let's give him a medium-sized top hat. He's got.
I was picturing a tiny top hat that I was going to put on the spider, but never mind.
Oh
It'd be
no,
way too-
I would
way too
say,
big.
yeah, it would fit on maybe the skeletons, but yeah, no, the spider would disappear inside of it.
I take a jar, I put a little bit of Maxwell in there.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, I just for keepsakes. And I stash his mustache in there too. So it's like a
Anything
floating
else?
No.
We can rebuild you.
And I bottle it up. And I'm
Okay.
put
As
it in
you
my
as
pack.
you do, you bottle it up, and it gives off, it releases some air, and it burps a little.
Maxwell? Maxwell?
Nothing.
He's alive. He's alive, guys. I've got a Maxwell still.
That's
So all that stuff I said about killing, stabbing, and just forget about it. Forget I said that. We'll just keep going with Maxwell, who's alive in the jar.
Sure. Lead the way.
This is for you. And I hand him the top hat.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Then Fibs just
Oh yeah. What is
he
Fibs
takes
have?
off his dented iron helm. And he's like, all right, throws it on the ground, puts on the top hat for the time being.
May as well
perfect.
dress up for the boss.
And the Iron Helm didn't have any actual mechanics to it.
It's just standard issue thing they give you when you're drafted into the Skeleton War.
$1 cosplay helm. Okay, perfect. You're wearing the top hat?
For the time being, until I assume at some point we're gonna.
I'd love to stop by the barracks at some point just to change. But
Yes.
out of my work clothes. But
All three of you, will you roll a perception check as you're going down this
got it.
hallway of death?
You got it. Well, it's gonna be a 10.
Yeah.
10 for me as well.
15.
There you go.
15. Okay, so you're totally disassociated and you just don't know what's going on. You're just focused on Maxwell still being alive. You're delusional. You are caring for your friend, but you pick up some bits and baubles that it does seem as though when they disemboweled the ooze, he dropped. There were some loot, basically, that they left behind.
oh,
Go ahead and roll a d4.
okay. It's 4.
Okay, you see everything. You're you're seeing everything that he dropped one by one. So you are able to find a spell scroll of cure wounds. You're able to find 2 healing potions. That's 2d4 plus 2. You're able to find a spell scroll of mold earth and a gold locket with 2 painted portraits inside. That upon further investigation, one is Maxwell the Ooze and one is Tippy the Goblin.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I found this on the ground, and I think you should have it. And I hand him the locket.
Oh, thanks. I can melt it down and make screws and nuts and bolts and yeah, thanks. That's good scrap metal.
Sure.
Busy looks at the Can I see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Busy opens the locket and sees the portraits. So you and Maxwell were friends or
We're best of friends. Yeah.
just friends?
Yeah.
Because then she just shows.
Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, yeah. I would if I had the stuff, I would make lockets for you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, you made that locket for Maxwell.
It's just something we do as goblins that most people don't know about, to be honest. Well, maybe it's just me who does it. But yeah, when I have friends, I make lockets of myself and my face, so you guys can remember me, and lockets of you, so that we could just carry each other around. You know, we're not near each other, and I think that's perfectly normal.
I think that's really sweet.
I think it's beautiful. And when you put them together, your faces smush the way that friends do. And just hands it back to
Thanks.
Locket.
Anyways, I'm gonna melt this down because
Well, hold on. You also know that as an artificer, you did put some magic into it.
Hold on. I feel a sense of magic.
Yeah.
Which one was this?
So,
I'm rattling it around because I'm not sure.
And I'll give you these stats in a second, but there were two qualities to this magic item that you spent a long time working on. It'd be very difficult for you to build this again.
Okay.
But using that, you can cast Detect Magic
Ooh.
once a day, not as a ritual, but as an action.
Wow. Okay.
And you also developed your own magic that's called, I'm calling quorification.
Quorification.
Yeah. What that does is the wearer of that item, if you can speak, you can now speak in common with a creature that has no languages.
Okay.
And
Cool.
if you are a creature with no languages, you can now telepathically speak in common.
Okay.
So it gives you the gift of communication.
Okay. Great. That's with this locket.
Yeah, so that's how Maxwell was able to communicate
Got
with
it.
you.
Okay.
But you wearing it would also have done the same effect.
Great. I put it on.
That really complements your whole look.
Yeah. The top hat looks good on you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This old thing?
It really brings out your sockets.
Thank you.
Yeah, just really.
Yeah, the loof crawls up and is on his forehead now, looking up at it and gets,
A roof.
Can I hear it now? Can I understand?
oh,
please?
actually, yeah, you may be able to.
Is this just test it? I'm talking into the locket, even though I probably don't need to. Can you hear me?
Yes?
No, not you. Who's that?
It's Loof.
Loof. Hey, Loof.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Big mistake. You sound creepy. Loof.
Loof's a baby.
Okay, all right. Loof.
Loof's a baby.
Can't tell a baby they sound creepy.
Actually, thank you very much.
See?
You can tell
you
one
can
baby
tell
they
that
sound
baby.
creepy.
Thank you. Loof, we move fast, okay? And we're out for revenge and blood for Maxwell. So just keep up. Cool?
Our missions are aligned.
Yeah, sure. God, weird.
And what do I call you?
My name's Tippy.
Unky Tippy.
Nope, get rid of the Unky. Just Tippy.
Unky Tippy.
Nope. Try it again, Tippy.
Tunky Tippy.
Okay, all right, well, let's do this later. Let's get out of this Maxwell murder hole. And I want to keep moving, unless there's other things to look at.
Yeah, and you want to head all the way down to Unzug's lair.
Shall we?
The only other thing of note might be the room that holds the circlet. It is not attached to Unzug's lair. It is Unzug's lair or his inner sanctum is even deeper. You know that the room of the circlet, your pal Ronnie is actually very tight with that room, hangs out there.
By the way, yeah.
Yeah.
We heard them talking about a circlet. We should probably.
Yeah, I want to go check out the circlet room because I want to see maybe they left behind, some kind of clues or where they are. Because I think that when we go and see Unzug, we always want to present a problem and also present the solution, right? So we know what the problem is. Gallet Lynx came in and killed everyone. Solution, we go kill the Gallet Lynx. So as much information and other things that we can gather to bring over there, and then we can do it. We can do it like a compliment, like a little sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry, boss. It looks like everyone's dead. But on the other hand, so see, that way you're not just coming empty-handed.
And Busy, you're sure he's not going to just immediately death ray us for not defeating the Gallant Lynx ourselves?
And that is why we go with information about the Gallet Lynx. We start there and let him know, hey, those people that we're looking for, we know things, we're smart, and then not killing. And then me, big promotion.
Yeah, the sandwich thing.
Right, the sandwich thing.
Yeah.
All right, Busy. Well, why don't you lead the way, and I'm gonna hang out in the back, maybe behind Phibbs, where he might not be able to see me right away, just to test the waters if we do see Unzug.
Yeah, that sounds great, because I'm going to tell him you're here anyway. Let's go!
Great.
So you head to the room that holds the circlet, and it is a small room. This is actually in the dark depths of this overlord's lair with black stone and onyx highlights. This is a room that seems almost hopeful. Plant life surrounds all the walls. Lots of greenery. There's a stone pedestal that is carved like a dwarf. She stands in the middle, and then above her battle helm is where the circlet rests. And as you walk in, it's almost like bewitched, like it's lit like sunlight, like maybe a dawn type of glow. But there is no circlet on the stand where it normally is. This also is where your friend Ronnie, the ghost, normally hangs out. Yeah, you look around the room, I mean, even if you looked for 10 minutes, like you wouldn't be able to find anything. There's nothing.
I'm going to see if Ronnie is here. Maybe she'll have some explanation.
Okay.
Maybe she's seen something. Hey, Ronnie? Ron Dog? Ronalicious? Ronvacious?
There's no answer.
There's no answer? Nothing. That's so weird. I wonder where she went. Can't imagine that they would have gotten her. I mean, she's not alive, so we can't really. Okay, well, maybe she'll come back. Do y'all see anything that we could use?
Do you think this is a statue or this is a dwarf that got Medusa'd?
Oh my gosh. It's probably a dwarf that got Medusa.
Oh my, how do we kiss it? Like, how do we fix a Medusa?
True love's kiss.
It's true love's kiss.
That's how we do this.
Is that? I've never heard this.
I'm pretty sure it's true love's kiss.
True love's
I
kiss.
thought you just got permanently Medusa.
No, you get Medusa. Everybody knows you get Medusa, and then what True Love's Kiss comes, and then you get unMedusa.
Yep.
Right, of course. See, it was a snake with little humans for hair that has to unMedusa you.
Or True Love's Kiss.
Or True Love's Kiss.
I'm gonna kiss it.
Try.
Okay.
I'm gonna kiss it.
Try.
Okay. So you've seen this statue the entire time you've been here. This has been here for 5 years. And you also see that, like, as far as a dwarf's stature, it is a smaller version of that. Not necessarily too small to be a live petrified dwarf, but smaller than one might think. Still, it is expertly crafted, and you make out with it.
Busy tilts her little skeleton head.
Yeah.
Slightly parts her non-existent skeleton lips.
Making eye contact with the camera. Who is this for?
Please keep going.
I was gonna put a hand here, but no. Okay. And then just like kind of leans in and like softly presses her lips, fake lips, non-existent lips, her bones up against the statue.
Wow, I've never seen skeletons kiss anything.
It's really more of a scraping,
Yeah,
just
the
like
sound.
a scraping.
The sounds.
It's like gumming, but hard.
Yeah. It's making me cringe, but that's just a biological reaction.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, if there were chalkboards, this is what that
Oh,
would sound like.
totally. Yeah, you're like grinding your teeth, kind of like sharpening them almost on the stone. Okay, you definitely do that.
I'm sorry. And then Busy just like, and nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Well, you're not the one. It's okay.
It might not be true love's kiss.
You know, now that I'm looking at this, I don't think it's not the true love thing. I just don't think this dwarf is to scale, so it might be a statue.
Might be a statue.
Okay, it could be a statue. All right.
I've never seen a lot of, other dwarves
I mean,
usually
how do you tell which a statue, what's a Medusa, what's a true love?
So what is true love?
Right.
What is true love?
What is true love?
Keeps me up at night.
How do we? What do we do?
So
Oh yeah,
where's
the circlet's
Ronnie?
gone.
the circlet's gone. I don't see anything, and Ronnie's not here. So I guess.
I saw the whole thing.
Ronnie!
What? What?
I was
And
calling
you
you.
see this really like animated, excited ghost, just ectoplasm, mostly eyes and a big smiley mouth, and a form that looks kind of humanoid, has hands but no legs, wisped as it gets waist down, and yeah, she's got a big old smile. I had you going though, didn't I?
You totally had me go.
did.
You made me look bad in front of my friend.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to make you think I also was dead.
Yeah.
Again.
That's also not fun for me.
Fun for me though.
Okay, fine. You do look like you had a really good time.
Yeah, look, the Gallantlings did a number on us.
Yeah. Is there anything that we would be able to figure out about where they went or?
I mean, I feel, you know me, I love the circlet. I love this circlet of interruption that we've got stored down here. I just love it. And it's not like I can track it, but I can kind of track it-ish. I keep hearing they're going to the Crater of Sorrow, and so that seems about the right direction.
All right. Well, so we are going to go over to see Unzug.
Oh, you've been waiting for this.
So we're going to go.
Wait, today? Now?
Yeah.
After the dungeon's been completely cleared out?
Yeah.
And he might be in a vicious rage?
But who else would you want to see? Wouldn't you want to see that you've got an army that's ready to stand up for you and know that your soldiers are still there, ready, waiting on one order to take down and make the world beautiful and evil as it should be?
Okay, the last time I asked you to do something impressive, you said like 2 words in a different language.
That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
You said coffee, please.
But I got coffee.
I don't know how to say that in other languages.
Yeah. Well, what if we wind up going somewhere and we need coffee? What if the Crater of Sorrow has a coffee shop and then now they don't speak common and we don't have coffee?
I'm down. I'm just down for the whole experience of it. So I might stay here though.
You want to stay here? You don't want to roll with us?
Is that because you're like spiritually bound to this room?
Okay. Why do you have to say it like that?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that was an offensive question.
Well, yeah, I have a relationship to this room. I have a relationship to the circlet. It doesn't mean I can't leave, but I think I'm more vulnerable outside of the circlet in this room's presence. You know this.
Yeah. Maybe you should kiss the statue. We'll come back to that
Have you tried
later.
kissing the statue?
Maybe you should kiss the statue.
I'm not going to kiss a statue.
Is that a statue of you?
Wait, is that you?
I don't know. No, I'm a ghost.
Well, what if
is that a statue of me? Do I look like that?
You're kind of round-ish.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good round.
Okay.
It's good round.
maybe that's a statue of me.
Yeah. Well, I know that you feel vulnerable when you leave. Why don't you just remember that one time when we were hanging out and you thought that it would be like a really funny prank to go inside my body and make me say dumb stuff, and then you made me slap that kid?
Ooh.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was kind of. Why you're gonna tell your friends that we did that? It's kind of.
Well, you can just
weird.
watch me kiss a statue. I think that we're beyond
I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to bring it off like that.
I'm sorry. I know I should have checked first. But if you want to.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's not something you forget. You want me to inhabit you again?
If you want to, it'll keep you a little safer, and you can help us find the circlet.
I think one day I'll be ready to inhabit you while other people are watching, but I don't know if today's the day that I'm gonna consensually inhabit you.
What's inhabiting?
I think it's something that happens on Bring Your Kid to Work Day. You use it for slapping purposes.
Okay, have we all been inhabited? Am I the only one who hasn't inhabited?
As far as I guess there is a spider inside of me.
I'm just gonna explain it to you. I take my body
Okay.
and I drip it over her bones,
Okay, cool.
and she merge together, and we become one.
Oh.
And it's like she's hard and dry, and I'm wet and soft. And we form kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, a really juicy being.
That sounds awesome.
Kind of sounds like your buddy Maxwell. He was pretty juicy.
Well, yeah, but we didn't inhabit. We can't inhabit. If I inhabited Maxwell, I'd die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she becomes a little more powerful.
That sounds perfect, like something I've maybe have wanted my whole life.
And I get to worship her in her experience.
Great. Well, can somebody inhabit me? Like what?
Well, you're not Bones.
Yeah, you kind of have. It's kind
I
of
have to be Bones?
Look, I've only done this once, and it was kind of a joke, and then
Inhabiting.
it wasn't a joke.
Good,
But
well,
anyway,
that's good to know. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do that right now.
That's fair.
Cool.
But
Yeah, I'm not going to think about that
but
at all.
I think I'm gonna stay here. Why don't you come back and like report to me afterwards?
okay.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I wanted
Are
to talk
you
about that.
okay?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to talk about that.
Can I roll insight to see if Ronnie is okay?
Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah. Roll insight.
That's going to be 18.
18. Yeah, Ronnie, she's got emotions. As a ghost, like she's just an
Fair.
emotional being. She's not like traumatized or anything, but maybe she has a vulnerability hangover.
Okay. Well, all right. Ronnie, you seem like you love this place. So we got to get moving because we got to find
Yeah.
Unzug.
Okay. I mean,
And-
yeah.
Is there anything else we should know before going to the boss man? Because Busy seems to think that everything's going to be okay. I just have a feeling that he's going to be a bit peeved at 1, 2, 3, maybe all of us. Maybe-
Yeah, I know a little bit more than you do about him, but not much. I mean, he keeps his inner sanctum really guarded. I can't even get through, even though I should be able to.
Is there like a password or anything like we should know?
No. I think you just kind of. I mean, there's a door to it, so you could probably open it.
Do you knock first or
You should always knock.
knock? Okay,
Can't just be
we'll knock.
polite.
All
Look,
right, we'll knock.
the way Crandall Greckleworth always gets in is he whispers something to the door, but I have never heard.
You whisper
that.
something like a password?
Oh.
Is that what he whispers?
Yeah, look, I'm not alive, so yeah, he maybe it's a spell, but maybe it's a password.
Well, do you know what he said?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
If it's a spell, maybe I can figure it out.
Okay.
If Crandall can do it, I can probably do it.
Yeah, you know Crandall Greckleworth is this human guy who has lived too long. Like he's probably 250 years
I'll
old.
say.
Yes, and he's bald and hunched over, big guy, probably 300 pounds, hunched over. He's like 5'5", but yeah, just big, ugly, loss of teeth, no hair, no eyebrows,
hair.
no nothing, and dresses in leathers and canvas.
Just imagine like Leather Daddy Gargamel. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, drooling all the time, just like lots of moisture coming out of his nose and his mouth.
Like Gregor worth less.
Yes, you would know that guy. That guy is kind of the operations guy for the minions in the dungeon. You would have had interactions with him. And I
hate that
think,
guy.
yeah, and your distaste for him is pretty dead on. But yeah, okay, so Ronnie's gonna stick around. You head to Unzug's lair, at least the front, his door, his inner sanctum door.
Before we leave,
Okay.
I want to roll stealth for Tippy to sneak a kiss on the statue before anybody, making sure nobody can see him do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna be versus y'all's passive perception.
Oh boy.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
What's the, oh no. Oh no. No, that's a nat 20. That's a nat 20. Okay. I thought the skull was a 1.
I believe you,
but the
Jason.
1 is a 1.
You see,
Because I landed on a skull.
It's just 21s right next to each other.
let me see.
That's a nat 20.
I don't know if I believe you.
It was a nat 20.
I mean, I know it's a skull.
I said,
but
oh no,
where's
because I thought
one?
the skull was like a crit fail, but it's a nat
Okay,
20.
yeah, you're right.
I've got goblin dice, guys.
Yes, that's true. A nat 20 versus your passive perceptions, which are not that. And yeah, you
And that's
full
what-
on succeed. In fact, you're succeeding so hard. They're like, I mean, this is conversation with Ronnie. Ronnie is, upset maybe a little bit, and you can do whatever you want.
So
to that
as
statue.
everybody's talking and trying to figure out, what's the best pathway to go, I
pretend to kick a rock and just smoothly fade into the shadows, right? And then I reappear from the shadows right next to the statue, and I sneak next to it and I go, and wait for like 10 seconds, and then I'm assuming nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I go, damn it. And that's it. That's all I want to do. That's it.
That's amazing.
I want to kiss it, and it's not true love's kiss.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, no one does anything about that. You have that moment for yourself.
Yeah. That was worth it.
It was worth it. Great.
That was
Good.
worth it to me.
We all have
Okay.
to take moments for ourselves sometimes.
Yes. So as
Just had to
y'all
know.
I had to know.
are able to leave, Rodney's going to stay behind. Yeah, you're making your way down some spiral staircases, down a flat tunnel that just gets deeper and deeper. And then this growing red light shines in front of you, and it comes from behind this big iron door, massive, like way too big, like 10 feet wide, 12 feet tall. It just looks very archaic. The big old anvil with the smoke coming out of it is like the insignia, built in steel, is just hammered onto his door.
Looks even better on a door.
Oh, it's so big. Oh, I've never seen it so big.
This is it, huh?
This is it.
2 torches are lit on either side, blue flame glowing from each one of them.
Oh, man.
The opposite of a penthouse, but also very cool. I don't have a word for it.
Okay.
So has anybody ever met him? Just like actually met him?
I saw him walk around the corner once, and I was also at the very back. He did like a big address to all of the warriors, but he looked like more of a speck in the distance because there was a lot of us.
And he was cool. He seemed like progressive and chill. And
Oh, he's amazing. Oh my God, all powerful.
Okay.
Necromancer. He can do it all.
okay, yeah, I'll just
Unzug.
yeah, I'll be in the back, supporting. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. This is what we practiced for. This is what we've been waiting for. You've got all of your notes. Okay. Okay. And Busy raises up, starts looking around the door to see if there's any kind of hint to what an incantation or something to open the door
Okay.
might look like.
Yeah, so as you approach the door and you're looking and searching, roll an investigation check.
Investigation, that is a 13.
A 13. Okay, so are you touching the door?
Yeah, just kind of going around, looking at it,
So first you're looking, you kind of don't see anything of note. I mean, there are runes like mad around the door, glowing blue, glowing red, just glowing gold, lighting up as you get nearer. This door looks incredibly trapped. Just couldn't look more arcanely trapped. And you're talking yourself up, you're amping yourself up. The second you're about to go and touch the door, you hear a squawk behind you. Step away from the door. And you turn around and you see 2 beings at first. You see this grell, which is a brain looking thing with a beak and dangling tentacles below.
Ew.
Floating in the
Okay,
air towards
gross.
you. This is the one that's been talking to you. Stop away from the door. Massive, just this huge, vicious-looking creature.
How big are we talking?
I would say she's all top to bottom. She's like 8 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like the brain. The
Massive.
brain itself is like a big boulder. Then behind her, kind of clomping along, bouncing really, is a mimic chest, who you especially recognize, but all of you recognize as grown Mimsy. So this is an adult Mimsy from back in the day, the first guy who sent you to your deaths in when you first came to Unzug's lair. He's not saying much of anything, but his tongue is flopping around. And I will say both of these creatures you can understand. They are speaking in common.
Okay, guys, that's Mimsy. Mimsy, remember?
Mimsy.
No, Mimsy hates me.
I thought you guys got on famously.
No,
A lot has happened in 5 years.
I filed an HR complaint against Mimsy.
Oh God.
Yes, Mimsy
a toxic environment.
promoted you very, very quickly. The first day when you ceased to flinch against his outraged mimic reveal. And since then, though, things have not been as easy.
No.
The Grell, none of you have seen before. You've never seen.
Have I seen Mimsy since, or this is the first time?
Yeah. Mimsy. Okay, so you know that Mimsy has stuck around. Most of you have at least gotten to his level. He was like lower middle management, and have started working in your own departments of the lair. So he's kind of become a non-issue for you. However, he's worked pretty closely with you, kind of neck and neck, getting promotions, getting demoted, both of you kind of neck and neck in that regard. And you know that about 3 months ago, he left. He left stating that he was looking for other opportunities. And
Of course he did.
yeah, that kind of stuck with you because it was kind of like, well, you know, there's not someone to compete with anymore, but also what opportunities?
Yeah.
I mean, you know that there are layers peppered around the desolation, but one does not simply make a lateral move.
So it's strange to see.
Why would you leave someone who's all powerful? Because then the other people would have to be like semi-powerful.
Right.
So it's
Well,
strange
like
to
a
see
startup.
Mimsy back here.
It's
Like a
almost
startup dungeon.
it's like I would say you
Yeah.
specifically are pretty offended, especially since he became a pretty good mimic. You could have used him, like this dungeon got decimated. Where was the mimic?
This little stupid mimic and his little tongue hole, he quit. Did y'all know that? He quit.
Mimsy quit?
Yeah, Mimsy quit looking for
All
other
right, yeah, I did.
Oh, hey, Mimsy, what's up?
You can't be by the door. It's not yours anymore.
Mimsy, I thought you quit. Honestly, like, what are you doing here?
I did. I quit.
Oh, does this look like quitting? You guarding the door,
Well-
high level position?
Oh, was that?
No, I'm not guarding the door. I'm coming in on in a different role with Deb here.
Oh, so riding Deb's coattails.
Well, not necessarily. We're all equal here in Fiends United.
Fiends, you.
Yes, it's Fiends United. We're Fiends United, and this dungeon no longer belongs to you. I have the paperwork. It's ours now.
What?
Excuse me?
It's a minion union. It's a minion union.
Union?
I don't have a union.
Okay.
Because he starts looking for a union card, like looking through her paperwork. I don't remember going to any meeting.
No, Unzug's Lair was never part of the union. No, you're not in the union.
So are you coming in from the outside and like claiming squatters' rights, or?
No, we have the paperwork. This is our lair now. It's gonna be a union dungeon, and you can work here if you're a union, but that's it. Really sorry. Yeah, you can look at it. Sorry, guys.
Where do you get off, Mimsy? Coming back? Quit. Oh, now you're with Fiends United. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm with Fiends United. Yeah, I couldn't tell everybody, or else everyone would leave the dungeon. But yeah, I was approached.
You know what? You were always like a fair weather manager. Like you come in, you bark some orders, and then you let me do all the work.
I think what the word you're looking for is opportunist.
Opportunist. That's a.
And I'm proud to be an opportunist. Here we are in the desolation.
I'm confused. First of all, what is a KPI? Second of all, union. The only Yun here is Yunzug in his glorious all-powerful might.
He means Unzug.
Yeah, so there is, maybe Deb can address this. So thing about Unzug, he's not here. He's not here anymore. It's a vacant lair.
He's what?
He's not here.
What do you mean?
And
This
you
is
are
his
all,
lair.
now you are squatting.
What do you?
Busy
mean he's-
starts reading the paper. Is there anything on there?
Yeah, it seems like wildly official. Like it's a deed, to the Fiends United Union, and it comes from the town of Nakbreka. If you think of it like a Mos Espa of like Star Wars, like it's a hub, a trading point. Pretty much any factions there are all neutralized. Like no one's out to kill people there, but if the Gallantlings there would definitely be attacked.
I'm just confused. Are we not also? Would you not consider us fiends? How are we not part of this onion?
Yeah.
Answer the question.
I know. Look, there's two ways to become in the union. You have to already be in the union, work in a union dungeon, which means you have to be in a union, or the other two ways is if your overlord, who you have worked for, signs off that you have worked a certain number of years, and
I'm gonna get thrash hardly into it.
you can
You get 3 pig scrolls.
Okay, and then, yes, the threshold. Yes, that's so canon. The other way, actually, you're in a good spot because it's to make your own dungeon, which we are taking over this dungeon, but would make it a legitimate dungeon is to have the item of attraction restored. In this case, the circlet of interruption. Everyone knows that, Unzug's lair houses the circlet of interruption, no longer does.
I don't understand. Don't we all work for Unzug?
I do not work for Unzug.
How is that possible? You're
I
a
don't
monster.
work for Unzug either anymore.
Mimsy, come on. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. No, I quit. I looked for better opportunities. Look, I was approached by the union, and I just thought, hey, I'll take this. I think I deserve this. I think I deserve to be part of a collective whole.
Okay, look, Busy, you might agree with me here, but I don't think Unzug would like us talking about what he would or wouldn't do because he's the evil, darkest overlord of all, right? There's only one?
No, he's definitely one of them, and he's a big one, but no, he's not the only one.
I just remember when I first started working here, I had a job downstairs. I had to lick the boots clean, and I was always told that it was a really important job, and Unzug was the only guy, and that unions were bad. So why are you coming in now like this is a good thing?
Your overlord was toxic to you.
Well, yes, poison-based powers are.
Mimsy was toxic to us. Mimsy.
Okay, I don't know if that's exactly the path you want to take right now because you don't belong here, and anyone who doesn't belong in a union dungeon is considered a gallantling, and we might have to attack you, and I've got a Grell on my side, not to mention the other union minions who have come through, which we really got to get that gate replaced because a lot of them died at the gate.
So you're kicking us out of our home?
We're kicking you out of our home.
Home. The only home we've ever known.
Well, yeah, okay.
All of us. This has been our entire lives here in this dungeon.
Every single one of the three of us.
Definitely forever. It's been our entire memories and lifetimes.
Right,
The only thing we've ever cared about was here in this dungeon.
And as you're talking, the Grell floats her way in between you and the massive door and sets herself in between you so you no longer have access.
Excuse me, Deb.
What?
What could you possibly mean? What? You could... is politeness not a tenet of your union?
You were waxing poetic about the grief you were about to experience, and I need to secure the lair.
What you're doing right now is a squatter's wrong. I need you to know that.
I'm with Fibs. You're doing a squatter's wrong, and it's not right.
I understand. Yoink. She takes the document back. But again, we just have the option here, and you don't want to go against us. I mean, we're 100 strong at this point.
100?
Yeah, we're infiltrating this.
There's three of
You got
us.
3.
Okay.
4 if we can't move.
4 if we can.
5. What about the ghost?
If she decides to come with us.
Okay, that could be a 5. And 6 if the dwarf. If we find true love, that could be another one.
Yes. We're gonna, Deb, can we sidebar?
Deb, yes, sidebar.
We're gonna sidebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna sidebar.
Okay.
So, it looks like
Mimsy's in here with you.
our only
Mimsy.
no,
Oh my
Mimsy.
God,
This
Mimsy,
is for
get out
current
of here.
employers. This is a current employees
I
meeting.
swear to God,
only.
Mimsy.
Guys, I know that I could help too.
No, you flip sides. What are you talking about?
I could flip sides again.
Okay, classic Mimsy. Classic Mimsy.
Mimsy.
Of course.
If you make it worth my while.
What would be worth your while?
Well, what do you want, Mimsy?
Just like all the stuff you have.
All this stuff.
All the stuff
this
we have.
stuff. What do you
How do we know that we're not going to give you all of our glorious stuff, all of the scabs and various bandages?
Okay, well, I don't know what I want, but
tin.
I just want to be part of the sidebar.
What if we can offer you true love?
What if we could offer you true love?
Could you?
Listen, and this is very prized information. There's a statue 1 level up, and with true love's kiss, it'll come back to life. And if it comes back to life, that means you have true love. And if you have true love, well, voila.
Deception. Disadvantage too, because Mimsy's been in this.
Oh, don't worry.
In this
It's
lair.
already a -2, so. That's gonna with disadvantage. Okay. It's a 15.
No. No.
Uh-huh.
A 15.
It's a 15. I
Okay.
rolled a 19 and a 15.
Wow.
That's wild.
What are you talking about? That's just the statue where the circlet lives. That's like the statue of, I don't know, the champion of the circlet.
But what people don't know is that it got Medusa'd like a long time
How do
ago.
you know this? I'm better than you.
No, you're clearly not. You quit. I didn't quit. I stayed, boots on the ground, fell into a spike trap with my friends. I mean, I'm here. You weren't. You went off and did some weird onion. So.
Yeah, those boots that were being licked, he pulled himself up by those straps of those boots.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do with that information? Like now
You
what?
tell us what we need to get to the other side of the gate because we need to find Unzug.
Okay, well, I mean, I do have some inside information. We are, as part of the Union who's infiltrating this dungeon, it's not like we could come in if it was still inhabited by its dark overlord. So, Unzug's probably dead?
Dead?
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
What do you mean? I mean, like, he can die?
This happened while a light bulb was popping up over my head. Phibbs does not think this is funny at all.
Can Phibbs, when he's hearing this, can he try like sneak away?
Ooh, sure.
Just like around the corner real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will be against passive perception, I guess, versus the Grell or.
It's a 17 stealth.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you're able to do it. So
Okay.
the Grell is like, Deb is being very surreptitious about letting you have your time, and Mimsy's freaking listening to your story about the statue. You're able to do that.
Okay, so Phibbs goes around the corner and tries his absolute hardest to just really envision what Unzug looks like. And he's really only seen Unzug in passing from like kind of weird angles. And he just is thinking with all of his might. He opens his ribcage and pulls out his spell book and unwinds the silver thread that's on the cover and finds the spell he's looking for and goes to the letter D for disguise self. And Phibbs is like,
You've been practicing your whole life for this, buddy. Be Unzug.
and he tries to disguise himself to look like what he thinks that Unzug looks like from the couple of times
Yeah.
he's seen him from a distance.
Okay.
So kind of like an impressionist painting of like a tall, handsome elf from weird angles.
Yeah, who still has his hair. Svelte. Yeah, you got it. You also know he's got black hair.
Yes.
You know he's always got golden inlay, wears purples and blacks. You're able to make a pretty. Let's see. Roll a history. Roll a history check.
Oh, history, don't fail me now. 8.
An 8.
History, you failed me.
Okay. But I will say there are things you do know, like his insignia. You know that, like the back of your hand. What's that? And you know he's got black hair. It's just the facial features itself. So like maybe you don't know what an elf looks like.
I don't.
Yeah, it has more goblin qualities than elf qualities. Longer noses. Like pointy ears, but 2 pointy ears. Okay, so you do a pretty good job, but the face itself is a little grotesque.
Okay.
Okay, so you're able to do that. And you, let's see, I would say you're about the right height anyway.
Okay. So Phibbs comes back around the corner as Unzug.
Who disturbs my lair?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, that's the first time we've heard Unzug too. Is that
what he sounds like?
Okay.
Or does he have more?
That's what he sounds like.
Sounds like sad Gandalf. Okay, so okay.
dare say, who's investigating my home? You gotta give me some guidance here, Amy.
That's very good. I think he does sound a little bit more like that.
Okay.
More Skeletor, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Do we know?
classic.
We don't know. We don't notice Phibbs,
You?
right?
No, you don't notice Phibbs unless you have a passive perception of higher than 17.
No,
which
I do
there's no way.
not.
Okay, so yeah, you come around and you do that. You're gonna roll a history disadvantage.
Okay, history at disadvantage. Okay. Very bad.
Because you've never seen it either. An 8? Yeah.
That is a 4.
Y'all, that is Unzug. That is Unzug.
Oh my god.
Busy just immediately like drops to her knees and starts like bowing like, oh, great and powerful Unzug. Thank God you're here. We've been so worried. We didn't know where you were. They're talking all of this nonsense. Something about it.
Deb goes, oh my gosh, oh no, oh my gosh, sorry, we were told, look, I know I come in with a lot of authority, but really it's the people in Nakabrecca who they told us.
Nakabrecca holds no authority here! Deb!
Oh no, yeah, so, okay, the thing is, we do have the deed for this place.
The only deed you have is a misdeed of trespass.
Oh god, he's angry.
Please, forgive us, stupid mortals.
Okay.
Lord Unzug.
Mimsy, however, goes, I don't know, actually, if, I don't think you have any power here.
Mimsy, shut up.
I don't think you do.
Those are big words for a treacherous box.
Okay, I mean, the thing is, so Deb and I are gonna go back up the stairs and you guys can do what you're gonna do, but you just have about 10 minutes before you're considered gallantlings and we have to kill you because you're not part of the union.
And you spoke the forbidden word in my presence. You have about 5 minutes.
Deb's going, Mimsy, stop.
Tippy's so nervous he throws up.
Okay, yeah, Mimsy, stop. You spoke the forbidden word. You know that you're part of Unzug's lair. And Mimsy goes, I don't think that's Unzug. I think he died. That's why we're able to have this document.
Documents are not predicated on the status of one's pallor or corpse-likeness.
Mimsy hops up to you and does the thing that he has once done to test Tippy's mettle, and he just kind of does the thing that mimics do called go nuts.
Oh, really?
Maybe he's going sicko mode?
He's not attacking you, but he's like, full maw thrashing, tongue out, purple ooze coming out to like even the skin of the treasure chest like moving back a little to reveal his purple ooze underneath. So I want you to go ahead and roll to be frightened.
Okay.
You're gonna roll a charisma saving throw of DC 15.
Okay.
You got this.
Come on, Loof, help me out, little spider.
Please, no.
14.
Oh! Okay.
Ouch! Oh God, what's with skin in a box?
Yeah, so you are frightened. You can't move. I guess the only really thing that you can't do is move closer to the mimic. And then you just have some disadvantages against you if someone was going to attack you. But yeah, you're really scared.
Go away!
Okay, guys, see, like, he's actually scared of me. So if I get closer, you're gonna try to move away.
Stop it!
Look!
Leave me
Look,
alone!
guys!
Oh my God.
Look, Dab, he's scared of me. This can't be Unzug.
Unzug's scared. Just
Unzug famously hates box.
He's not the deep, dark, baddest lord we've ever met.
I see his vulnerability. It just makes me want to follow him more.
I can't besmirch the Dark Lord anymore. And I drop the spell. It was me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Deb goes, all right, enough of this tomfoolery and chicanery. This is a serious dungeon where we're all equals. You've made a mockery of me. A mockery, I say. Now, you have to leave.
We're all equals, but we have to leave.
Yeah, well, you're not equals because you're not part of Fiends United.
All right, so we're less thans?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
I mean, you could have joined the union, but instead you were going independent, I guess. So it's not up to me, okay? It's the people at Nakabrecca. It's the Fiends United. Everyone, I'm so upset. You have to leave. The only thing is, the entrance gate needs to be fixed.
That sounds like a union problem.
That's an onion job.
I don't even think that we can touch it if it's.
Well,
Honestly,
okay, here are
that's
your
true.
options.
That's a
Here are
good
your
point.
options.
Yeah, we
even
can't
get
breach.
close to it.
We may
Yeah.
be less thins, but we ain't scabs.
Yeah.
we're not
no
scabs. We
We're
don't
not
scab.
at all.
We have scabs, but we don't scab.
Yeah.
Not us though.
If I had
Well,
skin, it'd be
look.
horrible.
So you can either stay here in the dungeon, in which case we would kill you because you're non-union and therefore gallantlings, or you can fix the entrance gate and leave, and we would let you do that. We would let you do that.
Okay. What if we leave and we'll look at the gate, but no promises?
Okay. I mean,
If we can't fix it,
yeah, you'll be able to fix it. It's fine.
Okay, you know what, Deb? I've been keeping this inside this whole time. But what if I told you that there's a way to get true love?
Oh,
I know you're looking for it. I mean, how many other big-beaked, big-brain individuals are there in the
you
world?
noticed.
Right. And sometimes it's hard to find a match. But I know there could be a chance for you. One level up. If you let us through this gate.
He's gonna tell you about a statue that's
Goblin.
like shaped like a dwarf.
God.
Deb, I don't know unless you want to kiss
No,
it.
listen. There's a statue. You can find out for yourself, but if you go kiss it, you might find true love. And now, it didn't work for
Well,
me.
I don't want to kiss it if Mimsy already kissed it.
Mimsy hasn't kissed it.
Mimsy didn't
Didn't
kiss it.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, you guys should race there and see who
You
kisses
could
it.
have true love or this misery box. And I point to Mimsy.
True.
Look, this guy, he's underneath me already. I can make him do whatever I want. You can't kiss the dwarf statue. I'm calling dibs. I'm Deb and I'm calling dibs on the dwarf statue. You still have to fix the door or leave, or both.
Okay, I was hoping you would go. I mean, I gave you some precious information. You know, what do we get?
Yeah, look, you're a horrible minion. We don't even want you because
Horrible?
Yeah, listen, when you offer
Not
information,
horrible.
you have to demand something in return, which you didn't do.
Did I not demand
No.
anything? Did I just tell?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
I
just
just
said
gave
it.
it.
Yeah.
You skipped the demanding.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So it's fine. I mean, you need more training, which the union could give you if you decided to join Fiends United. We love it here, but that's our motto, actually.
We love it here.
Fiends United, we love it here.
F you, we love it here.
Great.
Okay, so on to the door, please, to get you guys out of here. Honestly, it's the best idea, okay?
Just wait until I tell Unzug about this. I always knew.
One last sidebar, okay? Just one last one.
With me.
Without Mimsy.
All right.
Guys, I say we try to kill them and run.
Can they hear us?
I don't know.
Code of silence.
I don't-
It's not a spell I know. It's
We
just.
could, I mean, I can't tell if we could take them or not, but maybe you guys can. I'll run first.
I'm a little afraid of Mimsy, if I have to be honest. I would feel like I'm at some sort of mechanical disadvantage.
Then
I'm really more of a organizer type. I don't know if I'm really a hit people too much with my bones type.
The other thing I want to tell you guys is I'm out of ideas. That was it. I was basically gonna kill them and run, or just run.
I think we just gotta run.
And I think we go get that circlet and we come back here and we reclaim what is rightfully Unzug's. And then we get to stay here too.
Yes, we can form our own union for Unzug.
You really think?
Real
Yeah.
FU.
Do you guys really believe them? Like, is Unzug dead, or?
I don't believe them, and I think if we go find them, if we go find him and he knows what Mimsy, that traitor, has been doing, he's gonna be so mad, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, Busy, thank you so much. I always knew that I could count on you. Every time I would see you and you would stand in one area and then 2 seconds later you would walk 5 feet away and then stand in that other area. I always knew you were meant for something more."
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't have him say that. I just kind of panicked when I was talking to everybody.
That's okay. That was your first time as Unzug.
Yeah, felt great.
So you're saying, just to be clear, you don't want to do the old stab, nut kick, tip them over, run.
Oh, we can tip him over.
We can tip him over.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's tip them over and then run.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll initiative. Wait, are y'all really trying to do this?
I think we should just tip over Mimsy and run.
That's what I want. That's really what I want.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
God. The big old 10.
12.
That's an 8.
Okay, so actually, this is a surprise round. They're expecting you to come out pretty tame after having your sidebar bestowed upon you. So the first person to act would be Busy, then Fibs, then Tippy.
Busy just goes over to Mimsy and says like, you know, I wanna apologize. I feel like, and then like with her other hand is like kind of like sneakily gesturing. I wanna thank you for all of the help and everything that you've done for us. And oh, is that? I'm sorry, I think I dropped something. And Busy like drops to the ground. Takes her arm off and uses it as like puts it under Mimsy and uses it as like a lever to knock Mimsy over.
Okay, great. And so is the goal like, so Mimsy's a chest, like that. You want him to just be like this? Just in like an embarrassing way?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maximum embarrassment.
Okay, so this is like less of an attack. It kind of is. So I'll call this like a.
It's like a prank.
It's emotional.
Yeah, it's
damage.
a prank. So just go ahead and make either an athletics. Yeah, I think an athletics check would do it.
Okay.
I don't even know if this is going to do any damage.
All right, so that is 10.
A 10? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you definitely. And go ahead and roll a deception too. The deception might help your friends.
And that is an 11.
An 11.
Wow.
Okay, so you're being sus. Yeah, you walk up, you're able to get your arm off and use it as a lever, but Mimsy's like, I don't believe you. I don't. And you like try to lift up, and he's like, and you're getting underneath me.
Yeah, no, I saw something under there. It's really nice. You'll really like it. I think it's more union rules. Yep, I see a paper that says union rules. I just gotta.
Okay. Essentially, you're being fairly ineffective, but he's not registering this as an attack yet. So Fibs.
Okay, so Fibs, seeing this, is going to say, hey, what's that over there? And cast Minor Illusion behind them to look like Bloodweaver.
Okay.
But from a distance, because it's a Minor Illusion. I don't know if that would, is that too complex?
No.
Okay,
I'll go nuts for minor illusions, no matter what they are. I don't care. No, a big face spider sounds good to me. Okay, a live face spider, right? Okay, great. So behind them in the tunnel, a giant face spider, complete with the red markings and the blue joints, shows up. All eyes gleaming, gold. It's just standing there. It's not moving yet. But Mimsy and Deb are, I think, sufficiently distracted. Although I think for minor illusion, we get an intelligence saving throw to see if we can.
Yeah, I believe so.
Give that
The
a
spell
shot.
save DC of 13.
Oh no, Mimsy's not very intelligent. He's negative 3.
Classic.
Okay, yeah, they turn around and they're like, oh no, what have we done? I don't know. Look, guys, I think. Oh shoot. So they're sufficiently distracted. You're gonna have advantage on whatever you do.
Oh, okay.
Jason runs.
No, I'm going to take out my rope and I'm gonna tie a big old gobby knob. And I'm going to, with my goblin booyag magic, I'm gonna be like, time to trap him. And cast snare on the rope. If Mimsy fails on a dexterity save, then they are restrained and hoisted magically up into the air.
Okay, and they have to pass over it. How long does it? I think it takes you a minute to do this. I think it takes you a bit of time.
Does it really? Oh God! Casting time 1 minute.
Vamp. Come on, vamp for time. It's only 10 rounds of combat.
Is that a long time? Would it take too long to do that?
Yes. So
Okay.
a turn is about 6 seconds.
Oh,
You have
God,
10,
okay,
10
so that-
turns in a.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm
minute.
actually gonna do Plan B, which is just bolt.
Okay. Do you want to push him over?
100%.
Okay, push him over. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay, I'm gonna run, and I'm going to push him over. So that's gonna it's gonna be athletics -1. That's a 4.
Yes.
So I run him into, I go, I hate you. I try to push him.
Yeah, you try to push him. You fall back. Just by the laws of physics, your pack is overtaking you. So you're like, this tiny little goblin comes at this like pretty large mimic. It comes up, and you're like, I hate you. You push. Your back goes forward, and then it just pendulums back, and so do you. And you're kind of left with your hands and legs in the air, like a turtle on the back of its shell. None of these aren't really attacks. They actually are so minor that the two monsters that you have in your grasp do not even clock these as attacks. I would say initiative's over, except they do believe that the phase spider is really there. So if you're running,
I'm on my back, turtle mode.
I'm gonna help Tippy up, and I think we gotta get out of here.
Okay, so you put your goblin friend back on bipedal mode, and you run through the phase spider illusion, dissolving it. And as you run up the tunnel to the really only exit you know of, which is also the entrance, which is also where these two want you to go, that is where we will end this episode. Running out of shame and embarrassment from a mimic you have failed to knock horizontal. Yeah, and
it's classic hero's journey.
you gotta fail before you succeed. And with that, I will say that is the end of episode 1 of Sagas of Sundry, Goblin Mode. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Inhabiting